AkronHipHop.com, the Reporter Newspaper Online.com, and of course, we're at the Mecca Sound Stage. It is huge. No, I'm just playing. Well, we're inside the Mecca Media offices, and right now I'm with my man, okay? I'm with Cameron Blakey, aka Cam, aka one of the best MCs.
Oh, man.
I'm keeping a buck that Akron I've ever known. If you're not familiar with him, get on the internet, do what you gotta do. Hell, man, and hear some of his music as well. But right now, he's in a different form of art business, okay? He's in a different form of art business. The hip hop is always in it, but we wanted you guys to know that hip hop is more than just the breakdancing, the b-boying, the MCing, and the DJing and stuff, right? It's an art piece there.
Absolutely.
It's an art piece there, and some people we call it graffiti art. But a lot of those graffiti artists are real artists.
In every sense of the word, drawing, painting, sculpting, all of it.
Okay, well check this out. My man here is an artist right here. He's a comic book artist. Now look at me, brother. Am I saying that right when I say comic book artist?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, because you're in the comic book business, man.
I do comic books.
That's dope, man. So okay, so when it comes to comic books and stuff like that, and the business of comic books, that really don't mess with our community like it should, I believe. What do you think about that?
I agree, and I think in large part it's because we don't see it done a lot. You know, like when I was young, I didn't see anybody like me creating comic books and having a career or making any kind of money with it. So I didn't know it was available to me until I got way older.
No. Post your rap career.
Right,
okay.
right.
So when it comes to the cosplay and the whole comic book community and everything like that, you're familiar with that very well and everything. Let's talk about that. Let's educate the community right now about that type of thing, man. Now, I'm gonna let you speak. When we talk about the comic book community or the nerd community or the blurred black nerd community and everything, we just talk about somebody who loves comic books and love, love comic books and love fictional characters and stuff like that. Go ahead, you break it down.
Well, it's like, it's a whole world within worlds. You got, comic books, gaming, cosplay, just a lot of creative avenues where people can express themselves and may not have known it was available to them because they hadn't seen it done.
Oh man, now when you say gaming, you're not just talking about video games.
Oh, no, not at all. There's video games, board games.
Come on now.
Role-playing games.
You be playing you role play?
I don't role play at all. I'm a middle-aged man who plays bills. That's the role I play.
That's not the role you better say.
But yeah, there's just a lot of avenues that, when we see it done, we know, okay, I can do that too. And that's how a lot of us learn.
Now you said something that I'm sure a couple of people in the community is not familiar with. You said cosplay. Mm-hmm. Now tell somebody exactly what that is.
Oh man. Well, for some people it may be a hobby where they'll go to a convention and dress up as, their favorite characters. And go all out, super detailed. In completely other ends of the spectrum, it's a commercial business. People create like their own business from cosplay. You see them on social media platforms. You see them invited to conventions.
Right.
And it's large business, and they parlay that into all kinds of different avenues. I
seen one guy. He's like a Batman, and he showed and he showed everybody his cosplay. I think cos is short for costume. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And he is so much into it. Hell, I got people on my timeline that's in cosplay, especially the women.
Right.
Okay. Especially the women. Okay. They are dressed. They got like one in particular, and it's quite a few of them. But they got different outfits. It's not just one. They don't have one favorite character.
Oh, right.
They like to dress up and do their thing, man. Let me ask you something funny, right? Mm-hmm. Do an available man right now, right? Okay. Would you hook up with somebody dressing like an elf? If you see her on Facebook and she looked nice, but she's dressed like an elf, would you return that call if she jumps in your DM?
I do not discriminate against elves or any other forms of fictional creatures.
That's good. That's good. But you have something to talk to her about. Y'all have something to relate.
Absolutely, because I mean, it's like I'm a goofy guy, so I don't take things too serious. So if somebody's dressed like an elf, hey, I'm dressed like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So if she asks you to dress like an elf and just do a little role playing,
we're gonna dress like an elf. We're gonna go out in public. We're gonna do elf stuff. I don't even know what elf stuff is. But,
I think it's making toys.
Yeah, we can make.
We know those elves.
Hey.
It makes sense, man. Again, man, listen, I'm here with the great, incredible Cam. Okay, Cameron Blakey, who's a comic book artist and doing things to the next level. Right now, you can see some of his art shooting across the screen right now. We're about to go into his business and kind of talk about what got him down here in Akron hip hop today, man. Let's talk about it, man. What's going on, man? What is the reason for the season?
Well, right now I'm going all over the place, promoting my newest graphic novel called Apricot. It's kind of a drama, science fiction, drama, thriller thing happening here. Basically just trying to make a movie on paper. You know what I mean? So,
is this porn?
It is not porn.
Hey, what the hell? Look at that, man. Woo!
There are explicit moments in it, but it's not porn.
It's the term graphic novel. It's a movie, like you were saying.
Yeah,
right?
it's a movie on paper.
So how many episodes, or should I say, prints you have out of this? This is the first one, second one, third, fourth. What are we looking at?
Well, this is a one-shot story. The entire story is here.
Okay, that's good. That's dope.
So you don't have to go here, there, and everywhere to try to collect it all. It's one-shot story, but it takes place in a universe that a lot of my stories take place.
How many comic books you got all together, or do you just do the graphic novel style?
I think I have about 4 books now, and that may include like the art of Cameron Blakey. So it's like a lot of collected pinup art and comic book art over the years. This is year 12, so we're talking about 3,000 or 4,000 pictures.
Come on, man. Jeez Christ. So let's talk about this book, man. Let's talk about what's going on. Give us the grand thesis without giving us the, man.
Okay, well, in this story, it's about a couple who has grown estranged. Things are, they aren't as close as they used to be, and one of them goes down a path almost like Alice in Wonderland.
Come on now.
And it takes her through a lot of twists and turns, and it builds up to a moment where you realize that things are not what they seem, and everything you've read up to that point, you have to sit back and re-look at it again. It's the kind of book where you may have to read it 3 times just to understand what you just read. I recommend you read it forward twice and then read it backwards once.
Do you recommend some cognac while you read it?
You may want to pour yourself a stiff beverage and have some time to kind of, take your time and go page by page and really absorb it, because it's not your typical comic book. It's like a movie on paper, and you're really taken for a ride. And
hey man, somebody can look at this and want to direct this and make this a movie.
It's possible.
That's multi-million, because that's how it happened, right? That's exactly how it happened, though.
Sometimes it does, yeah.
So man, dang, when it comes to the book here, you selling it. You on tour right now, which is why you stopped here today. You going around all the comic book stores, and for the record, y'all, it's a lot of comic book stores. There's plenty of comic book stores that's up and running, servicing the comic book community. I know it's another name for the community. Am I shortening it up?
I mean the comic book community, the gaming community. I mean, I usually go by comic book community because that's
That's where you at.
Yeah.
That's where you rest at.
So
let's talk about the tour, man. Explain to everybody where you going at, how much the book costs, and most importantly, how did you come up with this promo tour?
Well, answer the last question first. I came up with it because I've spent a lot of time over these 12 years really focused on the international community. I wanted to sell all over the world. Like, yeah, my art's all over the world. My home is sitting right here.
Excuse me.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Northeast Ohio has over like 1.5 million, almost 2 million people here.
Right.
You know, a lot of them like the same thing I like, and I felt like I was kind of neglecting home a lot.
Yeah.
So I wanted to hit all the comic book shops in Akron, Canton, Cleveland, Youngstown, and then branch off from there. There's Pittsburgh, Columbus, Toledo, Detroit. There's a whole slew of comic book, gaming, places, and I'm not gonna stop until I hit every one, because how can you not if you call yourself comic book artist?
Come on, man.
If you don't do it, then you're not, what are you doing?
So how much they gonna cost at these spots, man? I saw you at the Rubber City Comics a day or so ago. So people can go in right downtown Akron and pick up the book right now?
Right now they could, but the best way to get it is on lulu.com. If you go to lulu.com, you can either purchase the physical copy or you can purchase the download. The physical copy, I believe, is $15 right now. The download is cheaper.
What you prefer?
Me personally, I prefer the download because it seems more, for me, it's more digestible, it's more crispy, and I like seeing it scaled down or smaller. I think it looks better when it's smaller.
You know what's crazy, man? A lot of comic book artists, they draw them and everything, and they color them through some type of programming on the computer. Right. All your art is really free-handed, no computer work or nothing. And you just shocked me when you say you prefer to read them on digital, but it's completely hand-free drawing, man. Yeah. That's incredible, man. So let's talk about what pen art is and how you're doing that, because I know you're selling some pen art on the internet and you blowing up about that, man. So tell everybody what's going on with that.
Well, as far as pen-up art, I've been doing that for 12 years now on eBay. I sell my work on eBay, but not exclusively there, because I can be reached on my Facebook page, Cameron Blakey Art, Instagram, and it's been 12 years. I've sold pinup art all over the world, thousands of pictures now, and we're still going strong, and I'm gonna probably be doing this until I'm elderly.
You sold thousands of pictures via the internet?
Thousands of pictures on the internet.
Jeez, man. Hey, man, I think it's that time to do the token, what do you got to say to the kids question. Okay? Hey, listen, man, there's a lot of kids out there, man, that may not be seeing artists like yourself on social media talking to them, or on social media letting people know it's cool. I'm an artist, I'm a comic book artist, and I do these things as well. Talk to that one blurred, okay? That one blurred right now that's watching right now. Let him know how cool it is to be you, brother.
Well, I don't know if it's cool to be me, but I can say that if you learn the way I learn, you have to see it done. So if you can see it done, you'll know that, hey, that looks like something I can do. I already do it. I can do that probably 10 times better than that person, or 20 times better than that person. Sometimes you have to see it. Somebody can tell you something a gazillion times, it won't click. But when you see it done, it catches in your filter, and you know you can do it. You know it's like that's within your aptitude, and you wanna mimic it. You wanna exceed it. It's almost like a sport. Like if you know you can hoop a little bit, somebody comes to your neighborhood that can ball. Right. I do that too.
Right.
When I was doing music, and we would tour all over the place. As soon as we got out of the van, somebody would be in our face just like this going, I do that too.
Right.
So it's the same, it's the exact same thing. If you see it done and you know it's in your wheelhouse, you know you can do that too. That's something I didn't have. So if a young person does see this, I want them to know, watch this, you do this too. It can be done. You can make a career out of this. It doesn't have to just be a hobby. You can do it. You can teach other people to do it.
Man, that's dope, man. Listen, man, I can talk to you all day about this, okay?
Oh, all day long.
Technically, I have been, but we just recording this part right here.
Right.
Tell us about how to get in touch with you, man.
Well, the best way to get in touch with me is either on my Facebook page, Cameron Blakey Art, Instagram, Cameron Blakey Art, or they can email me directly, CameronBlakey@gmail.com. And you know, I'm a creative person. I like to laugh. I don't take things too serious. I am about business, and you know, I don't waste a lot of time, or I try not to. So, you know, like if it's creative, if it's, you know, forward thinking, something I can do, I can realistically do or help somebody with, you know, I'm always open for home and elsewhere.
Well, that was great, man. And also, if you stand about 2 feet with pointy ears, no, I'm just playing. He said he'll do an elf too, okay? Listen, man, I thank you very much for taking the time out.
Thank you.
I thank for you supporting us as well. This is AkronHipHop.com. Listen, for my man, Cameron Blakey, for AkronHipHop.com, I am Brother Hiram Hakeem. Y'all better feel me before they kill me, y'all. Peace.